Have you ever felt a whisper of presence after saying goodbye to a loved one? Something quiet, unseen, yet undeniably real? This video is deeply personal. It's about Logan, my only son, and the sacred ways he still shows up, even after stepping into eternity. If you're grieving, if you've lost someone who was your world, let this be a space of hope. I remember the exact moment the world changed. On September 28th, 2024, my son Logan took his last breath. He was my heartbeat, and suddenly, mine almost stopped too. The silence that followed wasn't quiet. It was a vacuum, a ripping away. I walked out of the hospital like a ghost of myself, numb, hollow, shocked that the world hadn't stopped with me. But then the signs began. First, the scent of Logan's cologne, strong and clear, filling the ICU room where he never wore it. Then came the mysterious man in green scrubs, Dr. Mordecai. No badge, no hospital records, just calm eyes and a message: the liver can regenerate. And then he was gone. And something inside me asked, what if Logan isn't gone? What if he's simply beyond the veil? This isn't about clinging to wishful thinking. It's deeper than that. This is about experience, evidence, a sacred pattern that can't be dismissed as coincidence. What I've felt, what I've seen, what I've heard whispered in the still moments is too consistent, too divine to ignore. Even science now whispers truths our soul already knows. Quantum entanglement tells us particles can remain connected no matter how far apart you are. What if our love works the same way? Energy doesn't die, it transforms. And I believe Logan's energy didn't vanish. It shifted, moved beyond our sight, but never beyond reach. The night before Logan passed, he told me, "Mama, I had a spiritual experience. I talked to both sides. It was scary." Now I know heaven was already calling him home. Since then, sacred signs have shown up like gentle breadcrumbs from heaven. White feathers, always when I'm near Bryden. A tea jug moved on its own across the kitchen floor. 2 coins returned to me, one marked with St. Michael, Logan's protector. A Jim Gaffigan comedy track suddenly played in my truck, a secret joy shared only between me, Logan, and God. These aren't coincidences. They're Logan, and they're God, and they're heaven saying, he's still here. Logan visits me in dreams, not like a memory, but like a mission. He's always smiling, always peaceful, and always carrying clarity I didn't have before. Each sign, each dream is a love note from the unseen, each one a whisper beyond the veil. These signs didn't erase my grief, but they transformed it. Grief was once a pit I couldn't climb out of. Now it's a sacred thread that binds me to Logan in new ways. His absence no longer swallows me. His presence holds me. That unseen presence has become my peace. Now I live with new awareness. I slow down. I make room for stillness. I ask and I listen. If you've lost someone, I invite you to do the same. Speak their name. Ask for a sign, and then pay attention. That feather, that flicker, that scent, that song, it might be love reaching through the veil just for you. Logan didn't stop existing when his heart stopped beating. His legacy lives on in me, in Bryden, and in every life he touched and continues to touch. Corinthians 4:18 says, "So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen, since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal." If this message stirred something in your heart, then Logan's light just found another way to shine. Because love doesn't end, connection doesn't fade, and grief, when surrendered to God, becomes the very soil where miracles grow. I'm Angela Frazier, a mother whose world broke apart, but whose heart now beats with eternal purpose. I walk with Logan beside me now, not just in memory, but in mission. And I'll keep sharing these whispers from beyond the veil so no one ever has to grieve alone. Subscribe for more faith-filled videos on grief, miracles, and Logan's continuing story. Download your free devotional journal, Beauty in the Valley, inspired by Logan's journey at the link below. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram for daily hope and healing. Share your story in the comments. I read every one of them. If this touched your heart, pass it on. Someone needs to know that they're not alone. With love always, Angela and Logan.